What's up, guys? It's your boy T.
And it's your boy D.
Yeah, that's your boy Jay.
What's up, guys? And we're uncoded with you guys. Coming out real quick. So, to, today's topic is the Redskins name change. What do you guys think about that?
It's about damn time.
So,
I was going to say, what do they plan to change the name to, or have they already changed the name?
I think they have a couple of names. It could be the Washington Red Tails, the Washington Warriors, or something else. I think the Washington Warriors is probably the best name because then you can still use the Redskins logo and have the Warriors. That sounds better, but the Washington Redskins sounds dumb to me. I know it's named after
Washington Red Tails?
Yeah.
That name would sound tough.
That sounds dumb.
I think that's the best name.
No, I think the Warriors because that way you don't have to change the logo.
But the Red Tails honors the Tuskegee Airmen too, so that's the main thing with that, and it sounds cool.
But I'm a Redskins fan, so I want to keep the main emblem, and with the Warrior, I think the Warriors sound better than Washington Red Tails doesn't have a ring to it. Washington Warriors sounds good.
The Warriors is redundant because you already have them in the NBA.
Who cares? That's the Golden State Warriors. That doesn't sound good at all. So, but I think the Washington Warriors is the one that sounds the best. I get why people want the Red Tails because it's Tuskegee Airmen. I get it. All that stuff sounds great. The Warriors is the one that sounds the best to me.
The thing I want to know is why now? Why do they want to change the name now?
Because they're finally getting pressured from FedEx and from Nike.
Yeah.
And all their sponsors. So they're finally getting pressure from them and saying they're all going to back out. And Amazon's not even going to send any Redskin products either. So all of them pressuring the owner, Dan Snyder, to change the name. Now that's why he's finally doing it now, because he has all the pressure from everybody.
They freaking strong-armed this guy, bruh.
Damn. Yeah,
they definitely should have.
Because he said that he wasn't going to change it at all. That they've been asking them to change that name. But here's the thing. Here's the part that makes me kind of be like, maybe not. Because I remember I saw a couple of interviews this week, and they're talking to a couple of Native Americans. Obviously, not one Native American speaks for them all, but a lot of what I'm seeing from the Native American community, just from the comments and just from the people that have been responding to them, a lot of them like the name, and they actually have a lot of pride in the Redskins.
Yep, I figured that would be the case.
A lot of them have a lot of pride about it, and I'm not, Native American or any stuff like that, so I don't know. I don't know how that community feels, but the general consensus that I'm getting so far, like I said, I don't speak for them. I don't know every single Native American, how they feel about everything, but the high majority that I'm seeing are saying that they don't want it to change.
I feel as if the reason that they feel that way was because Redskin was like a slur back in the day, but then they kind of made the Redskins into something to be proud of, because you can hear people say like, "Hey, I am a fan of the Redskins." So it's not something seen as negative anymore. So that's how I can see how some natives like it now.
I think it's still a very racist name, and it's always been a racist name. And if it's racist to even 5% of Native Americans, it's still a racist name, and it should be changed. Like, it doesn't matter to me what percentage of Native Americans don't view it as a racist name. If it's racist to any of them, it's racist and needs to go.
I honestly think
it should have been gone a long time ago. It never should have even been used because it's a racist and derogatory term. Imagine if you had an NFL team and they named them the N-word.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
The Washington N-word. We would feel some type of way about that name, and we would have ever since they started using it.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you, but in my opinion, I think that they need to do a poll with the Native Americans. So I think ultimately it should be up to them, because I think if some of them, if they feel prideful about it, I don't want to take that away from them, because you got to think about it. What do we have in American culture that really celebrates the Native Americans? You can't say Thanksgiving because that's when they got slaughtered. So it's like, we don't really have anything American culture that really, I think, makes them shows any pride towards them. Like, do they even get a month? Like, they get some reservations, but I don't even think they get a month or anything like that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to take away something that they might draw pride from, because what if them having that name and having that stadium is something that gives them pride, just like how we like Black History Month. I don't want to take that away from them. So I mean, I think honestly the decision should be up to them. I think that whatever Indian reservations they have or population, they need to send a poll out to them. They need to ask them. I think it should be in their hands.
All right, I'm gonna throw back exactly what I just said to you. So let's say it was the Washington N-word, and there was some black people that actually liked the name, but a lot of black people didn't. Would you have the same discussion?
Yeah, but we
Let's do a poll.
We don't know if a lot of black people, like that's what I'm saying. We don't know if a lot of Indian people find, you know what I'm saying. That's why I said I would want them to do a poll, because whatever you do, someone will always find something offensive. Some people found the movie Black Panther offensive. There's always a majority, small minority that's going to think that. So that's why I'm saying that they should set out a poll and get their opinion from it.
They've actually done multiple polls already, but like the base that they're getting, like the surveys are just not that accurate to be able to tell from the whole population what their consensus opinion is. But they've done multiple polls in it already. But like the studies they found show that they didn't find it offensive, but it's like not much. They found that like most of them didn't find it offensive, but still, it's a small survey of people that they checked for. So.
But if most of them found it not offensive,
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wouldn't that technically make it not offensive?
Yeah, it's not offensive.
Because I'm true. because we have no real say in this. It's only the like natives that have the real say whether it's offensive or not. So the ball should be left in their court.
Yeah.
How do you want to do?
Even if you do the survey, it's not gathering the opinion of the whole population of Native Americans. That's gathering a small survey of small percentage of people to get their opinion on it. I mean, so we don't know for sure. So if it is a racist and derogatory term, and even if a couple people are offended, it gotta go.
My thing is, as long as the Native Americans, and I'm not talking about those freaking white Native Americans. I don't care if some of you guys in the comments actually be like, oh, I'm Native American. They're like super white. It's like, bro, like I'm talking about the Native Americans. If they find it offensive.
Yes, it's up to them, and nothing's 100%. Like we can't literally scrounge up every Native American and tell them to like give your opinion on this, and like it's just not feasible. But we have but what we have is a good estimate on the overall consensus. And if they say we don't find it offensive, we actually take pride in it. So like if that's how they feel, then there really shouldn't be no need for the name change.
Exactly. But moving on, I know Jay, you wanted to get into a situation that had to do with Tory Lanez. So can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, definitely. So I think it was Tory Lanez, Kendall Jenner, and Meg Thee Stallion all out one night. I think they're at a pool. Then I think Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion had went back to someone's car. I don't know. I'm not sure whose vehicle it was, but I think it was just them in the car. And then Meg Thee Stallion, I think, was either in the car or was getting ready to get out of the car, and Tory Lanez, whether accidentally or on purpose, shot her in the foot. So they said she had 2 gunshot wounds. Then the cops were called. I think Tory Lanez, I saw a video of him laying down on the ground. Meg Thee Stallion was like walking away from the situation, bleeding. But yeah, all the rumors are pretty much true at this point that Tory Lanez shot her.
What? I just think that, like, first off, man, my nigga Tory, I hate to be you. I'm so blown, man. I honestly, I just got really into Tory Lanez over the last 2 years. I've really been loving his albums, man. And I'm like, man, this guy's on fire. I would, like I said, we can't really say if it's true or not, or if it's confirmed. We have to say, damn, I forget the word for it. But we don't really know if it's true for sure. But I honestly, I hope it's not. Even though I have heard a lot of news people saying that, oh, he's gonna go to jail. Like even one of Megan's friends was saying it, was kind of pointing towards Tory. I think one of her bodyguards was saying it. But my thing is like, what would make you shoot Meg Thee Stallion?
She must have said something about his height to piss him off, to make her want to do that. To make him want to do that.
And 120 pounds, so that can set off. Yeah, but it could have been on an accident. Honestly, in the foot, like 2 times, like.
Yeah, you're not trying to kill anybody in the foot.
Yeah, so it's like,
Or he knew, or he just purposely didn't want to kill her, but he wanted her to send her a message in like the most brutal way he could without killing her.
So you're basically saying
he
he's
shot
got
her in her
Napoleon
foot.
complex.
Yeah, but Tory's not dumb enough to do something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
he
saying.
did do it. So
we don't know, bro.
You can't say he's dumb enough to not do something like
No,
that, but all the evidence is showing that he did it.
Yeah, but you can't
like,
say right here that he did it though, because we don't know.
Yeah, and then you try to like give him a motive that we don't know why he did it. Like, because you said that he was trying to like send her a message. It's like, why would he want to send her a message? Like, what were they fighting about? That's the stuff that we don't know. So we can't make like claims about why he did it yet, you know? So, but yeah.
Bro, I just think that is just like dang, like is she not having a hot girl summer now? Shit. But this kind of brings up another topic. So, has there been a point where a female has ever made you that mad? Not to want to shoot her, but like just made you just go crazy. Like, what is like the craziest thing a female could do to make you act crazy? Like, tell me about a situation that happened or that could happen. That would what would someone have to do in order for you to be like, all right, fuck it, I've had it.
I don't know if there's anything a girl could actually say to me to ever get to that point, to the point where I even consider doing some shit like that. But
no, I'm not saying shoot somebody, but I'm just saying like what to you has been like the craziest thing that a female has done to make you kind of act a certain way. I'm not saying like make you like hit her or shoot her, nothing like that, but I'm just saying in general, like what is the line to you that'd be like, okay, this is too much? Like what draws a line to you is what I'm trying to say.
That's a good question. Good question.
It's a tough question.
Well, me, cause I'm usually not one to even put my hands on anybody, so it has to be really, really.
No, I'm not saying you're putting your hands or anything. I'm just saying like what to you is where you draw the line. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Maybe it didn't come out the best, but I'm saying like what to you draws a line. Like if you're dealing with a female, what to you draws a line where you're just like, all right, I'm done. Like I give up.
I would say when a girl starts talking about your family, then I think that's when it gets like very personal. I feel like if a girl goes to that extent to insult someone that's a close relative to you, then that may be something that sets you off.
Yeah, that would be, yeah, that's a good one. I would say if a girl like lies about your like your character, like they spout off to a bunch of people like saying that he's this type of person, he does this type of things, even though it's clearly not true, but she kind of just puts it out there in the air for like people to just like make judgments on you when they don't even know you.
Yeah, even accusing you of a crime or like a crime of any sort that could damage your reputation. That could be something that sets somebody off. For sure.
Yeah, I could see that. And from D's point of view, what you were saying earlier, I could see that. But the only thing I would say about this is like, whenever you're talking to your friends about a situation in which you're dealing with the other person, they're always going to seem like the bad guy. So it's like, either way, like let's say if your girlfriend is talking to you about you to one of her friends, you're automatically going to be the villain. So you're like, that's my thing is like, for me, like the point where I draw the line, man, is anytime they try to put hands on me or anything like that. Because I don't put my hands on females, but I'm like, yo, you damn well ain't gonna put your hands on me. Like, if I'm not putting my hands on you, you're not touching me. Like that's where I draw the line. Just because like, I've seen some situations. I remember when I had went to Miami, I think it was like a year or two ago, and this girl had walked up to this dude and like punched him right in the face, and he turned around and he knocked her out. And I was like, damn, like, what I'm saying? Everybody was like, damn, but like I said, I don't condone, I don't believe anybody should be hitting anybody. I don't believe anybody should hit females. But I just don't think that line should be drawn between anybody, period. I think everybody should keep their hands to themselves. And I think once someone like puts their hands on you, I feel like, to me, that's the ultimate statement of disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's 1,001 ways you could go about something besides like punching me. and I'm not really talking about like slapping or something like that. Like slapping is disrespectful, like if a girl slaps you, but you know, you're not really gonna. That's not really too much to me, especially if she's a smaller girl. But I'm talking about like a girl like trying to deck you in the face.
I hear it for sure.
I hear that.
Yeah, this gotta always be like you gotta always find like the point where you can just gotta de-escalate the situation, like no matter what. Like if a girl's going off on you trying to hit you, like you gotta just de-escalate the situation the best way you can. You can't ever lose your cool, especially as a guy, and do something that you'll regret for the rest of your life. That will tarnish your reputation. Some guys always got to be cautious about for sure.
Facts.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think I don't know. I just think it's crazy just to even imagine it, that like, you know, something can get you so out of character. And I'm not really necessarily saying that he did it, but it's just kind of like, man, like I understand, like I think the thing about women that gets to men is the fact that like when women say something, it's just like there's some kind of like it's so specific, because a lot of women can just read into your character and they just find that one spot and just, man, they just kill target, man.
Like a dagger to the heart. Nah,
very
but
true.
in Tory's in the whole situation, I just want to know why that gunshot was fired in the first place. Like, why did he have the gun in his hand in the first place to actually pull the trigger? Because there should have been no reason for that.
Yeah, it's just uncalled for. There's no justification for it at all whatsoever. So there's no really defending Tory Lanez at this point. But thank God Meg's still alive.
If he did it, guys, we have to say if he did it, because we don't know for sure. We can't. We legally can't just be around saying, "Oh, he did it." Like, you know.
But alleged crime.
So, if any of you guys had like a crazy experience where a female has just done anything that was just like OC?
Plenty of times.
Yeah. Many times to count, right?
No, trust me. I was roommates with D, and I've been hanging out with Jay for a while, so I've seen some of the stuff that they gone through, and I'm like, man.
Yeah. Too much to get into right now.
Yeah, no, of course. I wouldn't tell somebody else's story on here, but you know, I know I've had my fair share of very wild experiences with women, and let me say, man, the older you get, you're still gonna get the same amount of crazy, man. It don't change.
Exactly.
But I think it's just important that people know that, like, you just, no matter how mad you get, you gotta like stay within your characters. If he did it, you know, I imagine, man, maybe she was like twerking, maybe they were like talking or something, and she was twerking on somebody, or, you know, I don't know.
In the car.
She twerks on a lot of people, so it's, I don't know.
But like that happened inside the car, right? So what was she twerking while inside the car on somebody, or
no? I mean, you gotta think about it. You know how people hold stuff in. He could have saw her twerking inside there and would have been like, "Oh, okay, you think it's real? All right, wait till we get in the car." You know.
Okay.
Some people are like that.
Yeah, whatever went down, Tory was in the wrong regardless for shooting her if he did.
I just want to hear Megan's side of the story.
I'm curious.
She can like connect all the like pieces together.
I'm curious, but I don't think she's gonna want to say anything, just because, I mean, I think I heard there's video footage, which makes it even worse. I hope to God he really didn't do it, because he's been really hitting these records hard. Like the last couple records he's been released has just been fire. I want to see more work from Tory Lanez. So I'm really hoping that this is not true. And I don't think Megan would testify or say anything, just because, like, I don't know. She seems like one of those people that's just like, you know, she doesn't want to ruin this guy's life. But, you know, I mean, if he did it, then he technically ruined his own life. But, you know, I just think that, like, damn, like, this is just so crazy. Like, who would have ever thought Meg the Stallion getting shot?
By Tory if he did it. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I'm not surprised he had the gun, though, because you guys, I think this is Cali. So it's like, I know Cali's got a lot of, I guess, gang-type neighborhoods, but then again, they're famous, so they probably wouldn't be going in those neighborhoods. I don't know.
I mean, gangs sometimes do that. Like they find out where these like rich rappers and like stuff like that like stay and actually pull up to their mansions and things like that. I guess make them check in. So it's not surprising if any gang related stuff did happen there.
Yeah, that's definitely feasible. I don't know. I'm just like, man, like this whole week was just kind of crazy, guys. And we're definitely going to get into that in another one of our podcasts when Jay brings up the quote of the day. But I'm just like, man, like that shit, man, like, man,
it's pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
You can't make this stuff up.
Right, you can't wake this stuff up. Dang. All right, guys. So everyone have their own closing thoughts?
Tory, if you did it, why? And you just threw your life away.
Yeah, pretty much he kind of ruined his reputation with that, but still hope for the best for him. But yeah, he needs to definitely at least come through and apologize right now and admit it if he did it.
Bars.
I don't know. My closing statement is basically like, guys, you can't let anybody take you out of character, especially any woman that you're with. Because that's just part of the game, guys. When you're in a relationship or you're dealing with somebody, there's going to be a good, there's going to be the bad. At some point in time, that person's going to take you out of character. But you can't make life decisions that will throw away your entire life based on something that you might not even be in for that long. Because if anybody knows, trust me, I've been tested plenty of times I've been out with females. But, you know, at the end of the day, that's just an L you're going to have to take. It's part of the game, guys. All right, guys. So this has been T. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. We got more videos coming for you guys.
This is your boy Jay. Checking out.
It's your guy D. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right.